Hello, welcome to the channel. Danny Lee OGT here. Yeah, original Gangster Tool fan. This is my partner here, OGL, who I met on Discord at Charismatic Voice. And it was just G period L period Schmidt. And when he came into my Discord, he asked me what OGT was, and I told him. And after a while, he just became OGL. And then come to find out, his dad had the same name, so and initials. So it was GL too. So that was the OGL. OGL, whatever, OGGL. So we done reaction to intolerance as he likes, or OGL loves Epica and Nightwish, and of course I love Tool and Alice in Chains. And while he's heard a lot of Alice in Chains, he hasn't heard a lot of Tool because not particularly crazy about how Maynard sings. Getting lost in the audio and not belting out all the time because at heart, OGL is a 80s hair metal guy, and not to put that label on it, but he didn't necessarily.
More 80s metal in general, not so much the hair metal, but just 80s metal in general.
Right.
I'm definitely more of a Metallica guy than a Motley Crue guy. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Maynard went on the Lars podcast not too long ago. So we did the damn reaction. It was an hour long because we were fucking arguing about Maynard.
Did we ever do a reaction?
Wow, it wasn't
good.
No, it wasn't, man. We were both tired, and it was more of a fight.
No, you had done like 46 reactions and 2 shorts. So yeah, I take full responsibility for that reaction turning out the way it did. So, but I'm in prime fighting for him tonight, and as I said before, in the reaction that shall never be seen, not even as a blooper reel, and like you said, not the best quality on the audio or visual, but
that was horrible.
The music is good, and the music is good, and I thought it overcame that. I've heard some bad bootlegs and whatnot, so is this going to be a
I got you right here.
Double header?
Here are the lyrics. Crawl away. So we've been through intolerance and then the abuse in prison sacks upon, and the artistic struggle and sober, and then you hit the bottom and the weakness and vulnerable and guilt, all that just kept him alive at the bottom. Now we're at crawl away. Crawled away from me, slipped away from me, tried to keep a hold, but there was nothing I could say. Slid away from me, crept away from me, tried to keep you down, but there was nothing I could say. What you trying to say is you don't want to play? What you want and what you need don't mean that much to me. I can see your back is turning. If I could, I'd stick a knife in. Crawled away from me, slipped away from me. Tried to keep a hold, but there was nothing I could say. You slid away from me, drift away from me. Tried to keep you down, but there was nothing I could say. What you trying to say is you don't want to play. What you want and what you need don't mean that much to me. I can see your back is turning. If I could, I'd stick a knife in. This is love. This is love. And then 5 times, this is my love for you. Then 1 time, this is my love. Say you won't go. Get up. Say, get up, say. Get you in a stranglehold. Sorry. Just like, by the way, Maynard was a big Ted Nugent fan. Get you in a stranglehold. Get it. What you trying to say? You don't want to play. What you want and what you need don't make a fuck to me. I could see your back is turning. If I could, I'd stick a knife in. So the lyrics are very simple.
The lyrics are Maynard is not a happy fellow here.
All right, man. It's all on you. It's on you.
All righty. You can edit this. Should I do another intro, or are we basically bleeding these one into the other?
We're going, man.
We're going?
Yeah, you good.
Alrighty. Live TV, ladies and gentlemen, or at least live YouTube. At least live for us now. Anyway, Crawl Away from Tool. Let's check it out.
Hey, hit pause. I just realized I had my volume turned way up. That
Okay.
might be why the sound sounded so terrible. I got a volume booster. I'm gonna get louder in my ears. Like I need more trauma to my ears. Hell, it is 110. I can't get it on 100. Damn it! Fucking cookies. And live mode. That's what I did that one time. Fucked everything up. So yeah, I ain't fucking bad. All right, good.
There we're back in business.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to start this over again. This actually does sound like the tool I'm more familiar with, just starting off with weird sort of non-musical sounds. Is that woodwind? So I guess that would be a musical sound. But... I'm awake. Always appreciate Adam Jones' ability to take what seems to be a relatively simple riff and just sort of make it much more interesting by adding layers of sound on top of it, or different voicings, or just like random pitch bends and stuff like that. I know two of his influences were Adrian Belew and Robert Fripp. Both of those guys played for King Crimson. You could probably call King Crimson the tool of their time. They were very experimental, very unconventional, and both guys are known for coaxing some crazy sounds out of the guitar. So Adam is doing his influences proud here. Like that.
Slipped away from me, tried to keep her home, but there was nothing I could say. Slid away from me, crept away from me, tried to keep it down, but there was nothing I could say. What you try to say?
Okay, I'm going to go back to Maynard's vocal entrance there, because there's a nice escalation of his sound. Started off very light. He likes to start songs with that very light, almost quavering tone. And he didn't go right into his full belt there. He just sort of notched it up a little bit and then went into his fuller sound. Let's see if I can find that here. I'll get better at this let's go backing. Unless I can hear this riff again.
Slipped away from me, tried to keep her home.
So you notice the beginning of the note is fairly purposeful, but they always kind of trail off at the end there.
But there was nothing I could say. Slid away from me.
Now more body in the sound.
Away from me.
Well there.
Tried to keep it down, but there was nothing I could say.
analogy for this. Like Maynard's light voice here on top of Paul's bass line, it almost feels like if you have like a well, I guess if you have a glass or something sitting on a table and then a very large vehicle goes by and it sends like the impact tremors that kind of shakes it. That's what it reminds me of. Just Maynard's voice is kind of floating on top of that, and the bass is just kind of making it shake just a bit. Always love Paul's bass tone as well. And I don't want to go back again. I might, but there was a bit where Maynard did 2 diphthongs, and one of them he went like right into the second sound, way, and then the second one he just did it almost straight. It's a very subtle little change there, but it does add, again, a different voicing, a different flavor to the sound. I'm gonna go back see if I can try to catch that. But I'm going to keep going here. Okay, so there's a diphthong there where he held the first part a little bit longer, then went into the second. Say. I was also going to mention he sounds a lot more playful with his voice on this one. Usually his vocals are very purposeful. This time it almost sounds like there's a light touch to it. With Maynard, that usually would probably indicate some form of sarcasm. But it's, again, it's a fun touch to Tool's usually very serious and very purposeful sound. Yeah, but see, in the second one, say, right to it. So yeah, again, it's a very subtle thing, but just things like how you approach your diphthongs can make a big difference in even the impact of a word.
What you want and what you need don't mean that much to me. I can see you back and turning. If I could, I'd step on now. This is love. This is love. This is my love for you. 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 This is my love.
Okay, that was an awesome transition. Both the use of silence there, contrast being such an important part of Tool's arsenal, and this all of a sudden, like mid-note, like while Maynard was holding that note, the band just accelerated. That was an awesome transition.
This is love. This is love.
Also, forgot to mention this, is it possible to headbang to a Tool song without looking like Steve Martin from The Jerk? Like someone who just completely lacks rhythm. It's very tricky. Maybe if you're able to lock onto those time signatures. I think if Elizabeth was a headbanger, she could probably headbang in perfect time, but I'm the exact opposite, so I just look like the ball joint on my neck is broken. All right.
This is my love for you. 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 This is my
Danny Carey's patience here. When these things drop out, you got the bass line going. He's just keeping a groove, occasionally adding some ornamentation. But compare that to before when he was just driving that double bass forward and then doing all those super crazy fills that he's known for. Yeah, Danny Carey is a competent drummer, so I've heard. That's awesome. Love how they dropped everything else and just let his voice carry through there. If I could, I'd stick a knife in. He sounds angry enough to stick a knife in there. Is it just me, Danny, if you're there? I almost heard some echoes of Glenn Danzig in his voice there, just the way he approached some of the sounds. I thought that was interesting. I also like that that's like that random scream that came out of nowhere. That was super cool. I'm going to go back for the last minute or so because we've talked about Tool's long intros, but God, do they know how to close a song strong. All right, let me go back and listen to that last minute. All right, here we go. It's close enough. There it is. That was awesome. So yeah, that didn't sound like crawling away. That sounded like maybe sprinting away or like running on all fours away. That definitely my favorite song so far from Undertow. Although I am gonna lie, I do catch myself just randomly walking or at work. Why? Cheat and steal. Why? And I'm like, what the hell is that coming from? So Tool knows how to implant an earworm. But yeah, how can I put this? This is one of those songs where like every member of the band is an MVP in the song at some point. Obviously, again, Danny Carey is just a killer on the drums. His patience, his dynamics, and then when they has to hit the gas, he go. He's got all of that power, all that creativity. Paul's bass. The Tool is very great at utilizing the bass for things much more colorful than just holding down the bottom end. I like the fact that they have those things where the instruments would drop out and the bass would just be carrying things, usually with Maynard's voice on top of it. Adam Jones, to me, like he continues to impress. Like here, it wasn't his, not a whole lot of lead work. In fact, I don't think there's any lead work here, but his chord voicings, how he alternates between like the chugga chugga riffing and then like the open chording and stuff like that. I don't know if anyone out there is familiar with the band Sabotage, but Chris Oliva from that band did a very similar thing where he's constantly adjusting his approach. Yes, very frequently Adam sounds like two guitarists, and that is really impressive. I'm still trying to get into the headspace of how Maynard uses his voice. Again, 80s metalhead, so I'm used to a bit more of a direct vocal line. I love Maynard in the song. Again, I like the more playful edge he introduced. I like how he combined that with those really strong, purposeful screams, especially that one at the end that was awesome, or towards the end, and the one actually at the end where they dropped all the sound out and you could hear that along with the offset there. Yeah, this was an awesome song. I do not know how the songs were, what order they were written in, but even between the first two songs you've played me and this, it feels like there's been an advancement, or maybe just everyone was just hitting on their stride with this. But I absolutely love the song. So yeah, now I'm very, very eager to. Not that I ever wasn't, but yeah, this is awesome. This is one that's definitely going on the playlist, and I don't know, might end up ordering myself a physical copy of Undertow just because, just so I can hold it up here and say, "See, guys, I got it. Love it." Yeah, loving the journey here because it has brought me to Crawl Away, an awesome song from an awesome band.
All right, so Tool Army, I ain't got a lot to say to him on that one. Obviously, the song means to you what it means to you, as the listener. I know it's the intolerance led to trying to become, this person you want to be sober, and then you, after the abuse of prison saxophone, and then you hit rock bottom. Now you've crawled away. You've um, you struggled with it. It slipped away. It crept away from you. I tried to keep it down. There was nothing I could say. And the sticking a knife in your back could come from trying to get the spite and the just the spiteful feelings. Basically, stab your ego in the back, to get away. Basically.
Yeah, I completely lost track of the lyrics there as I was jamming on the music, so I'm not gonna lie.
It's all good. That's really the point. I liked when you said that Adam didn't do no lead. Adam never does lead. Nobody ever does lead. Maynard doesn't do lead. No one is ever the lead.
I have heard him play things that could be considered like a guitar solo.
I'm not saying they don't have their own songs, but
yeah.
I mean, they definitely have their own song. Numa is obviously Danny's song.
Yeah.
I think Invincible would be Maynard's. I think Tempest would be Adams. I think Schism is Justin's. Sober is Paul's. I mean,
there were no solos on this song, but every member of the band still shined.
And Opiate is all four members in Lane Staley. Rest in peace, brother.
Also, you mentioned the Stranglehold lyric. You said Maynard was a Ted Nugent fan?
Yeah, they talk. They're friends. They're friends.
Right. That's interesting about Maynard being such a disciplined individual and Ted being a bit of a nut. But
Ted and Henry Rollins met each other through Maynard.
Yeah. Through Maynard? Okay, that's interesting.
Henry said that Ted is very full of opinions.
Yeah. But I mean, you have to appreciate Ted's contribution to the world of guitar and to music. So, but also when Maynard talks about strangleholds, he can put you in one too. So
he ends up doing that.
Do not rush the stage on a Tool concert. Maynard will jujitsu you and not miss a beat.
All right, Tool Army, we're going to get out of here and go ahead. I mean, out of your damn life or whatever. Next week, tune in again. I'm going to quit using the Tooligan. My name is Logan. Tool, it just makes sense. I mean, Tool Logan, but if you don't know that, then you don't know that. So it looks stupid. I would think it was stupid. Dude, you're calling yourself a Tooligan, you idiot.
Like me trying to headbang the Tool in their complex time signatures.
Hey, a very quick story. When I went to see them in February, I've told you this. I had my oxygen and stuff down. I was in the front row of my section. And the light show is always very, very much coordinated. And they, at one time, I think it was on mushrooms or something. He said, "Man, we're sitting behind you and you are fucking controlling the lights, dude. You are literally turning them on, man. How the fuck are you doing that?" Literally, I just post something where they're hitting whatever, and I guess it looked like I was controlling the lights. So yeah. All right, y'all. 2 songs. Rico Management. Sorry. Yeah, they're the little damn ninjas that come get you for copyrights. All right,
Yeah,
peace out. That's I also say 46 too. It's 49.